Director Paul Feig recently released the first photograph of the new Ghostbusters. They're chicks now. They don't have any logos on their uniforms. I presume they're going to be funny because Kristen Wiig and that funny chick who does the Ellen imitation is on it. And Melissa McCarthy, she's always good for a laugh. And that black chick who got in trouble with the NAACP for making a slave joke, she's funny too. But what the hell are we doing here? Look at how they're standing. Women don't stand like that. Look at that. What is this? And with the leg out, it looks like when women dress like men for Halloween. Have you ever seen them when they do that? And they have stubble on and a cigar, and they'll have sort of black slacks and flats and a form-fitting blazer that they think looks like our blazers. And they'll have a plastic cigar and a fedora, and they'll say like, "Oh man, how about the game? Hey guys, yeah, I love those tits." And you're just sort of going, what are you doing? We don't talk like that. And these women standing there, we don't stand like that, ever. In fact, you might see a 12 or a 13-year-old stand like that when he begins puberty, and then the elders would laugh at him. Now, I'm not saying they have to look like this, although, why is that so unthinkable? I mean, part of me is brainwashed by feminists and goes, no, that's disgusting. We would never have them do that. And then the other part of me goes, what's the matter with that? They look really attractive. In fact, that's why women dress like sluts on Halloween, because they're beautiful and it makes them feel good and it makes our eyeballs pop out of our head. Women are scared of ghosts. Sorry. They are scared of a spider in the bathtub. They don't go like this when the ghost from the library comes up at them. They scream their heads off and run out of the room. Here's a series of photographs. Look at this family. The dad is laughing. Now these women, the daughter and the mother there, they've paid money to see ghosts. This is how women react to ghosts. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Look at this guy. That the man is holding her hand going, all right, I have to protect her. There's a specter coming at us. A dead Morpheus being is going to try to take our souls. And what does she do? She screams her head off. Now, that is a good thing. We like that women are not badasses. We like that they're scared. They have a thing that makes babies. If you ever see a female spider, it's this big. The male spider is that big. We don't need him for much. He can die. In fact, sometimes the female spider will just eat him for protein. This is an intricate system here, and it makes babies. So we want you to be guarded. We'll stand in front of you. We'll take the bullet. It's not normal for you to put your body in harm's way. That is why women have such fruity drinks. We drink raw bourbon straight. It tastes like gasoline. We like poisoning ourselves. Women have to go against their instincts and say, put an umbrella in it, throw some fruit on it, and just cover it in sugar. That way I can trick this temple into not knowing it's polluting itself. Now, there is a way to do this movie. You make them real women. You make them scared of fucking ghosts. You make them interested in boys. You make them interested in their looks. They don't stand like this. They try to be attractive. That's what 95% of women do. Sure, there's some bull dykes who do stand like this, but that's not your average gal. And that's why this movie is going to tank, by the way, because they've chosen this tiny percentage of women and pretended all women are like this. All women are badasses. No, they're scaredy cats. Make them scared. Make them going, "Wah! Ah!" and make them run out of the room. Then, over time, their tenacity and intelligence brings them together. I'm not saying women aren't brave and women aren't strong. Women can push a human out of them and hold it for 9 months and shape it. That's both incredibly physically strong and very brave. But as far as conflict and fighting goes, they don't have the upper body strength and they don't have the courage to fight because millennia has taught them that they're not good at that kind of stuff. Now, what's happened here is seen as a feminist message that's empowering. No, having violence and chicks is a nerd fantasy. It's two things that they will never experience, but they're fascinated by. So you combine them and you make a tough chick who's pretty, and some nerd gets to sit there with an erection watching these women live out his totally implausible fantasy. You're catering to ugly, fat nerds with zits, and you're calling it feminism. Come on! The way this movie should go is they have real conflict that they're really scared of, and there's all kinds of slapstick Keystone Cops catastrophes. Like, remember when I Love Lucy, when Lucy challenged her husband, Ricky, what was his name? And she said, I can do any job man can do. I can work in a factory. And then she worked at that chocolate factory. It didn't go well for her. And that wasn't humiliating. It was hilarious. That's what they should do with Ghostbusters. And then at the end, I don't know, they give up and they get married and they have kids and someone else does the Ghostbusting and they retain the franchise because they copyrighted it. Now, that sounds like a total sellout, lame ending for Ghostbusters, women focusing on marriage after and having birth. And the fact that that sounds so lame shows you how brainwashed we've become by this myth of feminism and this myth that chicks are badass. I don't see women as badasses. I don't see that as a feminist message. To me, it sounds like a sexist message. Women aren't men, they're women.